Hello, Munchers. Today I'm going to talk about my childhood and specifically being bullied at home. Something I'm sure many of you can relate to. I'm a kid of the 80s. MTV, Madonna, Michael Jackson. This is how I learned to dance and why I love dancing so much. Tears for Fears, He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe, The A-Team, and Knight Rider. No parents are perfect, and anyone who's currently raising a child can attest to this objective fact. Neuroscientists talk a lot about nature versus nurture, meaning we are who we are based on hereditary genetics and how our brains are hardwired. Do me a favor and Google anthropomorphological evolutionary biology. That's a mouthful. We're also based on our upbringing, meaning how we are heavily influenced by our caregivers. In that vein, I was bullied at home, constantly. Verbal abuse and physical abuse was the norm in my household. My mother and father, who eloped and got married when they were young, 19 and 21 respectively, got a divorce when I was a baby, and my mother begged to move back in with her parents. Great Depression and World War II era children who grew up in a very conservative Roman Catholic Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And so I was raised by my grandparents in Northern Virginia, the DC metro area. My mother worked all day and then went to night school. Not ideal, but better than being with my father, who was an alcoholic and very physically abusive to both me and my mother. And certainly better than being homeless. The kind of verbal abuse I got was, hey, you are going to be a garbage man or a ditch digger. Shut up. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a little devil. My grandparents also believed in corporal punishment, belt whipping, hair pulling, pinching, and smacking. My uncles would tease me mercilessly and take my toys and throw them in a tall tree or on the roof. They would also dunk my head in the garbage can. They would also verbally abuse me, because of course, that's what they learned from their male father figure and sociopathic bully, the grandfather. My grandparents were also bigots, racists, and homophobes. My mother didn't correct her parents or her brothers, nor did she stand up for me. But I will say she was nice to me as a child, well, until my teenage years, which I will cover in an upcoming video. Later in life, I discovered how all of this abuse at home gave me serious trust issues with anyone else in my life. And as a result, I built a wall around myself, emotionally, to protect myself from attack. In an upcoming video, I will talk about how this led to serious depression in my teenage years, which kept going through college and wasn't seriously dealt with until my great awakening in the fall of 2001, when I was in a missionary seminary, Roman Catholic missionary seminary to be exact, in and around New York City. It was at that time when I finally got the help I needed via world-renowned cognitive psychotherapists. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, which we'll get into in an upcoming video. In my next video, I will talk about the constant abuse I got at grade school, a private Roman Catholic school in Annandale, Virginia, again, Northern Virginia. The name of the school was St. Michael's, and I attended there kindergarten through 8th grade. Until then, thank you for listening and being a friend.